Hello, Standard 9. Your Arun sir going to teach a new chapter in biology, and the name of the chapter is the respiratory system. See, respiratory system. Dear children, we have already discussed about the respiration in plant. If you remember, we have discussed about the respiration in plant, and basic thing, basic process, whether plant or animal in respiration is same. What we have discussed in respiration in plant, the definition of respiration. What I have told, that it is a catabolic process, and catabolic process we have discussed that when a complex organic compound breaks to form simple inorganic compound, that is catabolic process. Okay, so respiration is a catabolic process. Second thing, what happens in that? Three words I have given: breaking, burning, or oxidation. Breaking, burning, or oxidation of what? Food. Oxidation of food. For what purpose? To release energy. So, a process, a catabolic process where breaking of food takes place to release energy, or burning of food or oxidation of food takes place to release energy, that process is the respiration, which we have discussed in the respiration in plant. Okay. We have also discussed about the glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Do you remember or forgot? Glycolysis, I have told you that it is a very complex process, complex metabolic process in which there is breaking of food to release energy, and after digestion, the simple food, digestive system also I have taught, that whatever we eat is formed, usable form, that is the digestion, and the end product of digestion, that is the glucose we have discussed. And glucose can be utilized by the body cell. Whatever we eat, dal, bhat, chokha, chutney, that will not be utilized by the cell. The cell will utilize in simple form. And in the digestive system, we have discussed that the simple form of food after digestion is the glucose. And glucose is sent to each and every cell. And how it is sent, that also we have discussed. So glucose, what happens? First breaks to form pyruvate or pyruvic acid. Pyruvate or pyruvic acid. Just a recap. So breaking of glucose to pyruvate or pyruvic acid, we have discussed, that is called as glycolysis. Remember or forgot? Glycolysis. And after that we discussed two conditions. If oxygen is available, O2 present, or other O2 absent. We have discussed, if oxygen is available, then it enters the Krebs cycle, and in Krebs cycle the end product is carbon dioxide, water vapor, and energy. And if oxygen is not present, oxygen is absent, in that condition, in plant we have discussed that ethyl alcohol or ethanol is formed But here we are not going to discuss respiration in plant. Here lactic acid, main product is lactic acid, carbon dioxide, and less amount of energy is produced. So breaking of glucose to release energy, that process is the respiration, and this glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm, and Krebs cycle takes place in the mitochondria. And since mitochondria is related to the production of energy, so it is also called as powerhouse of the cell. That part is clear. And released energy is in the form of ATP. That also we have discussed. That released energy is released in the form of ATP. And ATP, what I have discussed, that adenosine is a compound. Adenosine is a compound, and 3 phosphate atoms combines with it. 2 and 3. 3 phosphate atoms combines with adenosine. Then what the name will become? The name will become adenosine triphosphate. Triphosphate. So this adenosine triphosphate is called as currency of energy. That part is same whatever we have discussed. But what different we will discuss here? We will discuss about the respiratory organs in human being. Means about the lungs we will discuss in this chapter. Since this process, respiration, takes place in cell, we also call it cellular respiration or tissue respiration. And series of chemical steps takes place. It is not a simple process as in laboratory that Zn plus H2SO4 gives ZnSO4 plus H2. It is not so simple. Series of chemical reactions takes place, a long process, and here biocatalysts are also required, and those biocatalysts are the enzymes. So all the metabolic activities of our body require enzyme, and this enzyme is required. So now a question arises that okay, that part is clear, that respiration is a process in which energy is released. Why we need energy? What is the need of energy in our body? Dear children, due to energy only I am able to speak in front of you. Otherwise I will be unable to speak in front of you. Due to energy only your height is growing. Due to energy only you are able to walk, run, play. Means all the activities of the body that takes place due to energy only. Don't think that I will eat and only sleep, so no energy will be required. If I will sleep, no energy will be required. No, that is not true. If you will sleep also, your heart will function, your kidney will function, and that also require energy. So, and we are warm-blooded or cold-blooded animal. We are warm-blooded animal. Means whether the temperature outside the body is minus 20 degree or 50 degree, but our body temperature will remain same. There will be no change in our body temperature because we are warm-blooded animal. Means with us birds, they are also warm-blooded animal. So extra energy is required to maintain the body temperature. And for growth of the body, cell division takes place, and for cell division also energy is required. Now that part is clear, that we need energy for this purpose. Now compare plant and animal. Which will require more energy? Plant will require more energy or animal will require more energy? Naturally, animal will require more energy. Now a question arises, why animals require more energy comparing to the plant? The answer is very simple. Have you seen a plant walking? No. We walk, we run, we play, that require more energy. We move from one place to another place in search of food to save ourselves from the enemies. For different purpose, we move from one place to another place. And we chew our food, that also require energy. The animals hatch the egg, give birth to the young ones, that also require energy. So comparing to plant, animals require more energy. That part is clear. If give reason question is asked, I am sure you will be able to reply. Now other question, have you ever felt in cold you start chattering, your teeth chatter, दांत किटकिटाना? Why? That is a process so that more heat can be generated by our body to maintain body temperature, or in cold we shiver, we do like this. Ooh. This is what? A process to generate heat for our body so that body temperature is maintained. Now think of another very important question. Nutrition also you have read that the necessary component of the food, that is the nutrient, and we require different types of nutrient. We require protein, we require carbohydrate, we require vitamins, we require fats, and so on. Think of a tiger, a flesh eater. Think of a tiger, okay, flesh eater animal, only eating flesh of the animal. Then from where it will get this carbohydrate, and how it will get the other thing? Flesh eater. And in flesh, what is there? In flesh, only protein is there. Try to understand. In flesh, what is there? Only protein. If you will take only protein, can you survive? Yes. What I have discussed, that first a carbohydrate breaks to form glucose, that we have discussed in the chapter digestive system. As far as protein is concerned, if carbohydrate is not in our body, protein also breaks to form glucose. Now, protein also breaks to form glucose, and we have discussed about the function of the liver, that whatever nutrient is absorbed by the body through the blood stream, it is sent to the liver. And what is the function of the liver? Liver converts excess carbohydrate, excess glucose into glycogen. Remembering or not, whatever I have discussed in digestive system, that excess glucose is converted to glycogen and is stored in the body, and whenever the body require, again this glycogen is converted to glucose. That part we have discussed. Now, excess amino acid and protein Listen, we have also discussed that protein breaks to form amino acid. Okay, we have discussed now that protein, this breaks to form in the digestive system, breaks to form amino acid. Now, and urea is produced, that part is also clear, that urea is produced by the liver. Excess and urea is a nitrogenous waste that is produced by the liver, and liver only excess amino acid absorbed through the protein digestion and broken down to liver to produce glucose or sugar. Means liver converts this amino acid to sugar or carbohydrate. Okay, carbohydrate. And again, excess carbohydrate is stored by the liver in the form of glycogen, and rest carbohydrate broken to glucose, and that glucose reach to the cell to release energy. Now try to understand very important part I am discussing. Flesh eater, they eat only flesh. How they get energy? The flesh contain protein. Protein breaks to form digests to form amino acid. Amino acid is sent to the liver. In liver, amino acid is broken to glucose. Excess glucose is converted to glycogen and is stored by the liver, and other in the form of glucose is sent to the cell, and cell mitochondria breaks glucose to give energy, and animals get energy by that glucose. So this part is clear. Now we have also discussed that if the respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen, then that is called aerobic, and if in absence of oxygen, that is called anaerobic. In the next video, we will discuss about the aerobic and anaerobic respiration in detail. Thank you very much.